Are you someone who has to attend a lot of business meetings? Or you are someone who is in the college at the moment, but you know that in coming few years you would be a part of corporate world, or maybe you are going to join some office, or maybe you are going to own your own business. If the answer is yes to all these questions, then you are at the right place. Hello, I'm Nandita, your verbal ability and soft skills trainer. Today, we are going to learn those common business phrases that we use while we are in a business meeting or we are in a formal environment. So, in today's lesson, we are going to cover all those small phrases that we use quite often whenever we enter any business meeting, or maybe we are a part of any seminar, or maybe you are in a formal environment, you are in an official environment, and most often you come up across situations wherein you do not know that what am I supposed to speak. So stick to this video till the end and you will get to know many things that you are not aware at the moment. Or maybe if you are aware, then you do not know what you're supposed to speak. All right. So in this lesson, we are going to deal with four kinds of situation. Number one, how do you say, or what do you say when you say something accidentally? Then what kind of phrases you are supposed to use? That we are going to learn. Another, we will see that how do we agree? Instead of simply saying yes, what are other things that we can use? Then we will see that how we are supposed to clarify something, how we are supposed to make the clarification. Are there any phrases which we can use instead of simply saying pardon? Yes, there are phrases that we use. And then finally, we will learn that how we can politely disagree with somebody. All right. So, without wasting time, let's get started. Before we get started, a simple disclaimer I want to give you. In this video, we are not going to teach you how to conduct a business meeting. We will just make sure that you know what are the appropriate phrases that you are supposed to use as per the situation. All right, as the picture itself says, accidentally speaking over. Yes, at times we come or land into a situation when we accidentally speak something, and then of course we cannot take our words back, right? So when you come across any such situation, then what are the phrases or what are the words that we can use in order to avoid that situation, in order to avoid that thing that comes there? As in, you know that you were not supposed to speak something, but accidentally you said. Now, what to do? If you have said something, that's said. But is there anything that we can do? Definitely, we can do for that particular situation. So let's see what are those phrases. Number one, sorry, I interrupted you. You were saying, suppose you are in a business meeting, and often at times it happens like when we are in a group, right? We are discussing something. Thoughts come up, right? And we are in a hurry that let us speak, else the thought is going to fade away or you are going to forget. At that point of time, you say something and then you realize that oh, somebody else is also saying something. So if you land into such situation, don't need to feel embarrassed. You can simply say that sorry, I interrupted you, you were saying something, and let that person finish whatever he or she is saying, and then you can come up with your point. So this is one of the good ways wherein you can just avoid that situation wherein you said something, other person also said something. Now what to do? There is a void, there is no one who is speaking, so you can take the initiative. You can simply say sorry, I interrupted, you were saying something. The other person will also feel good that yes, you have that politeness, you have that courtesy, that you are allowing the other person to speak. Next, you can say, please go on. Now, this is something which, we say very casually, please go on. Let's say someone started speaking and you also started speaking at the same time. Now, you being the person, you do not want that the you should sound very strict. All right. Now, next thing you can say is, please go on. Now, this is something very casual, right? It's not that you are always saying this particular phrase in an official meeting only, but you can say this casually only. Suppose someone starts speaking and you also started speaking at the same time, and now you do not want to sound very dominating. In that case, you can simply say, please go on. The other person will also feel good that yes, you are giving that person an opportunity to speak to complete. Once that person is done, you can put your point. Number three is after you. Again, this is also you can speak in a formal or an informal environment as well. You started speaking and you realize the other person is also speaking at the same time. You can simply say, okay, after you finished first, and then when the other person is finished off, you can simply start state your point. So this is one of the good practice you can make. uh, Oftentimes it happens that we all are in hurry, we all want to put our points first, but as a good speaker, you should know that you have to be a good listener as well. Let the other person speak. And if you are giving an opportunity to the other person to speak, you are going to sound like a leader. Because leaders, they do not stop people, but yes, they allow others to speak, and then they come up with their points. So these are the three phrases which you can use when accidentally you started speaking and you knew that you were not, or maybe afterwards you realize that, oh, I was not supposed to speak. So you can make use of these phrases. Next, we have clarification. Oftentimes, it happens that you are in a business meeting and you require a kind of clarification. Then, what are those phrases you are supposed to use when you want others to clarify? Or maybe you have not understood a point, and instead of nodding your head, it is better to clarify things. So, this is also an important part of our communication. All right. Next, we have clarification. Oftentimes, it happens that you have not understood a point. You have not understood what was being explained. Now, simply nodding your head, that does not make any sense, right? So, it's better that you clarify the point. You make sure that you have understood that point. Now, what are those phrases which we are supposed to use to clarify? So, number one, you can say, am I to understand that? As in, is this what is meant? So you simply paraphrase whatever was said by the other person, and you simply say, is this what you mean to say? So you are actually confirming from the other person that is this what you are saying, or is this the thing that you are saying and I have understood it right? Yes. So this is one way of clarifying the things. Another way is, sorry, but just to clarify. So you have not understood. So it's not their mistake that you have not understood. So you're saying sorry, but just to clarify, you are putting the question again. Sorry, but just to clarify, is this what you mean? Or sorry, but just to clarify, is this what you wanted us to understand? So this is a polite way to clarify something. Next, we have, so what we are saying is, so, what we are saying is, now again, you are reassuring, you are reconfirming from the other person. So, what we are saying is this. So, you are actually confirming from the other person that is this what you are saying, or is this what you are saying, and is this what we have understood? Are both the things same? So, you are confirming from the other person. All right. So I didn't quite hear that. Sorry, could you come again? So at times it happens that an important business meeting is going on, and you start scrolling your Facebook or Instagram, which is actually not a good thing, but you miss that point. Then, just to confirm whether you have understood the things, you say, I didn't quite hear that. Sorry, could you come again? As in, could you please explain that point again? So, these are the phrases which you can use to clarify. Usually, I have heard students simply saying, pardon. So pardon is, of course, is the right thing, but we need to learn more things. We need to stop using one word. Rather, try to use a phrase that will make you sound more confident and you will look more interactive. All right. Now, next we have agreeing. Yes, this is an important part of business that you agree. Yes, so simply saying that I agree with you, I agree to you, that is not going to work. So you should be knowing that what are those good phrases that we can use formally as well as informally whenever you are agreeing to somebody. Whenever you feel that yes, what the other person is saying, you are also saying the same thing. So, what are those phrases that you can use in order to sound good? All right. Okay. That's an excellent point. I totally agree with you. So, whenever you hear somebody and you like their idea, so you simply state instead of saying that I agree, all right, because that will sound very plain, you can appreciate that person that that's really a good idea. That's an excellent idea. That's a nice point raised by you, and I am agreeing to whatever you are saying. So, this is one of the way you can say that yes, you agree to the other person. Next, we have okay, I think we are all on the same page. So, same page means that we are on one idea. We both agree on one idea. So, we are all on the same page means that whatever you are saying or whatever I am thinking, we are agreeing, we are mutually agreeing to one idea. So you can simply say, that's nice. I think we are all on the same page, which means we all are agreeing to whatever you are saying. So this is also a nice way of saying I agree while you are in a meeting or you are in a seminar, or you can even use this casually. Whenever you are with your friends, you can also say that I think we are on the same page, which means that we have common thoughts, we have common ideas. Next, yes, I get what you're saying. So, yes, I get what you're saying simply means that I totally agree to whatever you are saying. I understand that each bit of what you are saying, what are the pros of it, what cons of it, whatever you are thinking, I am also same with you, which means that I truly understand you. I guess I agree what you are saying. So these phrases you can use whenever you are agreeing to somebody. So try these phrases and I'm sure you are going to feel good. Now we have seen how to, avoid such situations wherein we accidentally speak. We have seen how to clarify a point. We have seen how to agree to a point. But is that it is that said? No. Oftentimes, we arrive to a situation wherein we do not agree to somebody. And not agreeing to somebody is not bad. We all have opinions. Our opinion can differ from others. But how do we say makes all the difference? Here, you need to learn that you are allowed to disagree, but you need to know how to disagree politely. So, what are those polite phrases that we are supposed to use when we are disagreeing to somebody? Let's see that. All right, I guess. Okay, so let me play from head. All right. So, number one way you can say, I'm sorry, but you may have that slightly wrong. So, now you are disagreeing to somebody. So, a very simple way of saying is that, I'm sorry, you're sorry that you're not disagreeing, but you can say, I'm sorry, but you feel that the other person may have slightly missed something, which means miss something or maybe different, that you are actually not agreeing to whatever the person is saying, but at the same time you are very polite and you are politely disagreeing to what the other person is saying. Another way is, from our perspective it's a little different. Let me explain. So whatever the other person is saying, that's right, but as everybody has their own opinion, so you feel that from my perspective or from our point of view, it's a little different. So now you know that you are telling the other person that you are not agreeing to him or her, that is you are disagreeing. But You are polite enough to say that you are right, but you have got a different perspective. So that is also a right way to say. We often cannot agree with everybody, right? But we are disagreeing in a polite manner. Number three, well, yes, but can I tell you how we see it? Now, can I tell you how we see it means you are appreciating the other person's opinion, but you are also informing the other person that how you see it is that you are talking about your perspective, which clearly means that you are not agreeing, you are actually trying to tell what is your point of view. So you can use these phrases to disagree with somebody, but being polite. So here we come to the end of this session, and I hope you have learned all these new phrases and you are going to use in your day-to-day life, in your business meetings, in your formal environment. Use these phrases, and I'm sure you are going to sound good. Till then, thank you so much, and next time I will be there with a new lesson for you. Take care. Bye bye.